name's Shelby Sinau and welcome to the UKW Training Centre and welcome to UK Wrestling on Sports Channel Network. A couple of months ago, UKW celebrated its biggest event of the year, Wrestlebration. Now over the next couple of episodes you'll see that event in its entirety, but coming up here on the first episode you will see two incredible matches. Firstly, you'll see the #1 contenders match for the TV title, and then you'll see the UK Wrestling Academy Championship match in action. So welcome on your first match. Here is Billy O'Keefe and Confused Steve squaring off in a #1 contenders match to see who will walk out the #1 contender for the TV title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. You ready? You ready? Let's move it back!
Flying out there.
Versus boy. Just straight on him. Billy O'Keefe looks like he's got an agenda tonight to be the #1 contender.
The teachings of Henry Winter. Back in the day, we all thought when we were part of the New Dawn, Billy was known of being locked in a cupboard for hours on end. Henry Winter just teaching him the different ways to torture people, to hurt people. See O'Keefe.
He's cutting very fast at the start.
You saw the brutality there. Putting Steve between the middle and bottom rope and then trying to wrench the neck back between the middle rope. Just a brutal start to this match. O'Keefe a lot to prove though tonight. We saw him last year, he won the Academy title, but obviously he did have a group of people watching his back. Granted, he never needed them,
no,
but Jepson, myself and Winter were all there at that point. O'Keefe is finally out of somebody else's sort of shadow, he's in the limelight himself. Has a lot to prove, but they're just a rolling knee bar, just twisting at the knee and the ankle. Steve reaching for the ropes. Confused Steve getting his crowd in. And again, just everything with O'Keefe. Fluid motion. He's not just one that stops. If somebody shoves him away, you normally see a guy back off. O'Keefe springs off the rope and instantly back in the face.
Like I say, he's got something to prove. He wants to be a #1 contender for LRB's TV Championship.
Just a modified go to sleep, just a knee to the face from the front face lock suplex position. Steve firing back the brutal roundhouse kick to the chest. O'Keefe that time ducking and following up with a clothesline. We're going to see LRB in action later tonight against Victor Wood. Who do you think that, we'll just say, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we'll just say that LRB retains. Who do you think that LRB wants to step it up against?
If he's a smart person, he'd want Confused Steve because he's still relatively new.
Fair point. I'll call it like it is. Last year, Billy O'Keefe beat LRB. He also beat, if I remember rightly, it was LRB, Leon Blade, Billy O'Keefe, and I think, if I remember rightly, it was Tom Steele all in a four-way for the Academy title. Billy O'Keefe walked out of that match. O'Keefe has beaten LRB before. So he could be a good shout.
And LRB could feel like it could beat Confused Steve.
Shoe on the other foot then. Victor Wood wins later tonight and becomes a TV champion. Who wins?
I think he'd want Billy O'Keefe because I think he would want Billy O'Keefe in that situation because Vincent's had 2 opportunities at the heavyweight championship already and he's come up short both times. Maybe he might come up short later tonight as well.
Obviously that match later this evening, the TV championship match, LRB versus Victor Wood. But right now we're finding out who's next in line. The future Billy O'Keefe against Confused Steve. high octane to start Wrestlebration 11.
Couldn't think of a better match to start Wrestlebration.
Steve just rifling some forearms. Handspring. Oh!
Big kicks ahead,
It's a brutal spin kick there.
but he didn't knock Bill O'Keefe down.
Even O'Keefe might be out. Head scissors there, out of the corner, headstand position. Massive knockdown, both men out in the middle of the ring. This can't be happening, not here, not tonight.
It is, it's Henry Winter.
There is a reason why he's not here. And we're getting into the ring. Looking at Billy.
The referee was telling Henry to get out of the ring. He shouldn't be here. The rules watching a good match.
Oh, Billy.
That will cause disqualification.
Oh, who did he disqualify though? He hits Steve. Got a massive X-plex there from Henry Winter. Snuff off Spinebuster.
What does this mean for the number one contendership?
We'll work that out a bit, but there's the nuclear Winter.
Shut your mouth. Billy O'Keefe is a fantastic wrestler. He has the look, the skill, and the mindset to go as far as he wants. Steve is a hot prospect, full of potential. Another one who could reach the stars. But as they lay here, drifting in and out of consciousness, I want you to pay very close attention to the words that I say. They're good. Very good. But they're not great. I'm great! Kevin Carlisle is great. The collective are great. But time after time, we get overlooked.
He's just looking at you there.
Later on tonight, we're going to see Mustafa Khan versus Jonathan Sedgwick for what must be the 1,000th time this year alone. We're all keeping count. And don't get this twisted, I have no issue with Jonathan Sedgwick. I'm a Jonathan Sedgwick guy. That's who trained me to be as good as I am in this ring. My issue, you shut your mouth, old lady, or I'll come out there and I'll make you shut it. Time and time again, Jonathan Sedgwick, UKW, hold people down so that the same people go round and round on the merry-go-round of nonsense. And I'm looking up here because I thought things would change when Lawrence Breeze became GM. Somebody who only became GM thanks to the cunning of the collective. What happened, Breeze? You're too busy getting these people to cheer you, these filthy pond scum to cheer for you. You suck! Is what I've earned. I want the Lion Kings, whether it's right now, on my own, next month when Kevin Carlisle's fit, tomorrow in the car park, later on at the bus station, anytime you get me them, and and I'll show you who the best team in UKW are. What's yours is ours.
Neither man able to pick up a victory there due to the match being declared a no contest after interference from the collective's Henry Winter. We'll have to wait and see how management choose to deal with him moving forward. But next, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see Leon Slater strive to achieve his first singles title against the current UK Wrestling Academy champion, Tom Steele.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for the UK Wrestling Academy Championship and is scheduled for one fall.
Both men testing the waters early on. Leon roll through, could be over quickly. Steele kicking out. Another roll up attempt. More of an O'Connor roll at that point. And again locking up. And a beautiful overhead throw there by Tom Steele.
We saw this match last month and took Tom Steele to his limits.
It took Tom Steele to the limit. Finder's carry. Leon just about flipped out of that.
Can Leon get the job done tonight?
That's the question. Tom Steele knows he can beat Leon Blade.
But can Leon Blade beat Tom Steele?
Exactly. It's Wrestlebration though.
Everyone steps up their game.
Everybody does step up the game. And it has a special feeling. The training centre appears to be complete at long last. It'd be interesting to see if Leon Blade can capture this Academy title that's eluded him for so long. He's mentioned it already, he is the People Champion.
Can become the actual champion tonight.
Steele has got a lot to prove himself there. Mentioned that he's the prodigal son, the touted chosen champion of Jonathan Sedgwick. Be interesting to see if Leon could, I want to say maybe change the mould a little bit here at UKW.
What were the referee doing then? Because both shoulders were down.
Obviously both men are counted to a mat for 3. Tom Steele retains. Wrist lock applied by Steele. Sorry, by Blade. Steele reaching for the rope.
It's like he wants to get away from Blade, but Blade keeps pulling back into the ring.
Nice flip off the rope by Steele.
Sends him out of the ring. Like I mentioned last month, we get very athletic matches with these two.
Oh, Steele went for a tornado DDT on the outside, but Blade blocked it.
That's the hardest part of the ring. That's got to hurt.
Blade blocked it, and then just a front face slam on the, as you mentioned it, John, the hardest part of the ring. Oh, Tope Atomico, miss by Leon Blade. Tom Steele with the wherewithal to move out of the way. Wow. A beautiful bit of innovation there by Tom Steele. Pulling back on the ropes as he jumped down, sprung back.
If we can't do anything there because Tom didn't.
I mean, technically he did use the rope as a weapon, whether the referee deemed it to be.
Obviously didn't because the match is still going on.
Steele.
Beautiful DDT.
Beautiful springboard DDT, planting Leon Blade on his head. Blade kicking out at 2. The frustration beginning to build inside Tom Steele, the champion. You saw him there looking at the referee. What do I have to do to put him away?
We saw this frustration last month and he dig deep and he got the win. Can he do it again?
Leon, though, we've not seen Leon really leave his feet as he usually does. Steele is the one that's been more aerial in this match. You would have to assume that Leon, the first opportunity he gets, as he takes a massive socket kick between the shoulder blades, you have to assume that Leon is going to look to try and leave his feet as quickly as possible. You hear the crowd here at Batley chanting for Leon Blade.
Leon just checking if he missed any teeth and with that drop kick.
A single leg drop kick from Tom Steele can knock some teeth loose if he hits you flush in the mouth. What's Steele looking to do here? Steele with a quick flick. Flip over the top. Look for a hip toss on the outside. Lid blocks the kick. Enziguri of his own.
Looks like it's knocked Tom's lights out.
Steele could be out. Blade trying to flick himself into the ring. And Steele...
Almost like a club breaker to the ribs.
Yes, Steele got the knees up. More of a lung blower. It wasn't to the face, it was more the ribs. Which, taking into consideration that Leon likes to fly around the ring as often and as quickly as he does, that's going to take all the oxygen out of young Leon.
It might hinder his ability, so might have to come up with a different game plan.
Yeah, Steele has dominated this match so far. The odd flash of brilliance from Leon Blade, but Blade hasn't really been in this contest since Steele flicked that top rope into the throat of Leon Blade.
Well, it's going to knock the wind out of him. He's struggling to get his breath back.
Just a violent whip to the corner. Blade goes chest first and crumbles to the mat. 2 count there from the referee. Joe Steele, though, there didn't lose any sort of focus. It was the 2 count. Leon got his shoulder up and then he went straight back on the attack.
Different side of Tom than we normally used to see him. Normally he's a high flyer, but he's trying to ground his game a bit.
Looking for an octopus lock there, but Blade managed to counter and then just dropped Steele from our angle, looked like directly on top of his head. I hope Tom managed to tuck his head there and just take the brunt of that on his shoulders. That looked brutal from where we're positioned up here in the balcony.
Can Leon get his finish?
Yeah, with a beautiful suplex. Setting him up. And just a basement drop kick to the back of the neck.
That's the resilience of a champion kicking out.
You're saying resilient, it is really the first bit of offense that Blade has managed to get in this match. Followed it up with a flip senton there. Good whipping Steele into the corner. Hesitation, drop kick in the corner there. It's what you've got to love about Leon Blade. He just hangs in the air.
Seems like he goes slow motion when he's in the air and everything just slows down.
That drop kick there, earning Leon a fall.
Right, so he's got some offense in himself now. Can he just capitalise?
It's all about confidence. His confidence will grow. Then just an axe kick there. I think he hit the shoulder. I think he was aiming for the head, but still. A massive forearm strike. With a brutal forearm of his own, hanging Leon Blade up in the ropes. Oh, Blade returns. Now Steele's returning. These men are going strike for strike. Steele there, being followed by Blade, and Blade managed to get his arms up and shove Tom Steele to the outside. The referee counting.
Well, that's champion's advantage, so he needs to get Tom Steele back in the ring.
Exactly. Leon Blade has got Steele on the outside. Steele stays there for a count of 10. Steele retains. Leon does win, but Steele retains that championship. They're looking to go flying. Went for a suicide dive, but was caught by Tom Steele and then just rifled the challenger's head off that barrier on the outside.
Could have broken his nose there. The referee might have to check on him and see if he actually has broken anything.
Spanish fly from Leon Blade. New champion. Steele managing to kick out at the very last possible moment. Beautiful Spanish fly there though from the champion. Sorry, challenger.
Yeah.
I'm lost in the moment.
Maybe just suckering Tom Steele in there.
Massive forehand sugar from Tom Steele, and Tom Steele asking for Blade to bring it on. European uppercut from the champion. Now Blade rifling forearms of his own. Missed the roundhouse. Tom gets a push kick in. This action's too fast paced. Just another pump kick there from Tom Steele. Blade in no man's land right now.
Needs to get back into ring to try.
Steele also on the ring apron. Referee showing a bit of leniency with this. Oh, look for another pump knee. Blade now scrapping the forearms that he normally throws, just going with a fist, but there's the pump knee. You'd normally see a count administered on the ring apron, but the referee letting this one go. Oh, wait a minute, what is Steele thinking? Steele setting Blade up on the middle turnbuckle. Oh! Just punching. That was a closed fist punch straight to Leon's face. What could Steele be looking for here? The springboard knee. Then I think that was more of a drop salt than anything else.
Tom must be frustrated. How's that not seeing a challenger be conquered?
Just that strike from Blade.
That knee looked brutal. He still looks out of it.
Yeah, the strike off the middle is what I'm more concerned of. That Blade fell backwards off the top row, landing on his face.
You mentioned the air being out of his lungs. I don't think he's going to be trying any high fly moves.
Tom Steele has done just a masterful job of keeping Blade grounded in this match.
That's the best way to beat Leon Blade, keep him grounded. He likes his high flying offense.
Steele looking to go high risk himself. Let's just say, Tom Steele's no stranger to the high rent district. Blade, finally carry position. And on his feet is Steele. We're looking for Death Valley driver from Tom Steele. That could be everything.
He's not capitalising it. He should have covered him then.
And Tom Steele is looking to put Leon Blade away once and for all. He wants to go to the top rope.
He's making a mistake. He should have gone for the cover straight away.
There's Tom going. Oh, there's like total recall. Springboard 360 curve. And Blade has just kicked out of Tom Steele's total recall.
Tom Steele's putting two fingers, thinking that should be a 3 count.
The frustration that we saw from Tom Steele earlier that he seemed to forget about is creeping back into his game. Steele had just called for finishing this. Blade may have kicked out, but it looks like he's out on his feet completely. Steele climbing to the middle rope. What's he looking to do here?
An inverted suplex.
Got that reverse neck lock, sort of a dragon sleeper, but Blade fighting out. That elbow may have just rocked Tom Steele though. Leon Blade, picture perfect moonsault, stacking the champion. And Steele somehow managed to roll through and get that shoulder off the canvas. Super kick from Steele.
Connected flush.
I could be looking for that bunker buster.
Going for it again.
Canadian Destroyer. But Leon Blade just firing straight through with double knees. High octane, Leon Blade, and a code red from Leon Blade. We have a new champion.
Congratulations there to Leon Slater for picking up his first singles title here in UK wrestling. But it's what happened moments after the bells rung that left everyone in shock. Take a look at this.
Oh, blow. Tom Steele, bunker buster from the former champion.
Maybe this was his breaking point.
Tom Steele had just left Leon Blade, the new Academy champion, lying with a bunker buster. Now standing on the head of the new champion, Leon Blade.
Tom not very happy there after losing his title and choosing to go low on Leon, leaving him lying in the middle of the ring. Now we know after the event, Tom chose to go straight to management and demand his contractual rematch on the 21st of September. Now we know he's added a stipulation, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this first edition of UK Wrestling here on Sports Channel Network. I've been Shelby Sinar, and I hope you join us again soon.